What's up? It's DJ Trev, Excellent Sound Crew, and today we have the brand new JBL SRX815Ps. Alright guys, I'm here in my man cave. Yeah, it's pretty messy. A lot of gigs, a lot of parties, a lot of weddings, a lot of Sweet 16, so it's been kind of messy in here. The question was, should I get the SRX815Ps or should I get another pair of PRX615Ms? And I figured, you know what, let me put in the extra money, get the new SRX, and yeah, you know, if I need 4 tops at a party, I don't need them anymore. I just have my SRX. I do a lot of big events. Again, if you follow me on Instagram at DJTR3V, or have me on Facebook, facebook.com/ESKTR3V. Also, check out my website at eskdj.com if you're following me on any of these, social media, as long as my YouTube channel. You will see that I do a lot of big events. So I figured that this would be the best purchase. And if you give me a sec, I'll put my phone on vibrate, because it's funny, actually, the messages I'm getting right now are regarding these SRX speakers. And I have to tell you, overall, just real fast, I love them. We're going to do a quick overview, just to show what's going on in the back and the features and whatnot. And then I'll give you my quick review of it. I haven't taken them out to a gig yet, but I did take them outside in my yard, turn them up all the way. I have also demoed them side by side with the EV ETX15-inch speaker. I think it is just the ETX15p. So I have heard it side by side with that, and I have heard the Parasource, the Yorkville, the PS15p, and the 12p. I have not put them side by side, but I'll give my thoughts on that after the overview and when we get into the review. Alright guys, so quick overview. Again, JBL SRX815p. When I first looked into these speakers and I was looking at pictures of them, they looked really big. Like I just had the impression that they were going to be huge, but they're actually not that big. Like this is a SRM 450 Italian made, not the Chinese ones. By the way, great speaker, very durable, very durable. Back to the JBL SRX815. So when I looked up the weight online, one of the websites that I was on, I don't remember which site, but it had said that these speakers were 76 pounds, and that was a bit intimidating. But when I received the speaker and I looked at the weight on the manual, it's actually 63 pounds. And even though 63 pounds, that's also kind of intimidating. I mean, my JBL PRX615s are 43 pounds, so about 20 pounds heavier. These speakers are not a hassle to carry at all. I'm a very skinny guy. If you know me, you know I'm a very skinny guy. But besides even that, I don't want to lift heavy equipment. We're past those days, and I don't want to kill my back. And I if I'm working, I would like my work to be as easy as possible. And I have to tell you that these speakers, if you're a guy that is not looking to lift a 92-pound EF500p, then this might be better for you, because this speaker is so comfortable. To look at these handles, first off, they have handles at the top and handles on both sides. And these handles, I don't know if the camera will do any justice, but they're very comfortable. It's like a really grippy rubber. It's almost like cushion. You can squeeze into it, so it's very soft, very comfortable. You're not gonna start getting you're not gonna need lotion for your hands when you're done carrying these speakers. But yeah, this is the front. Obviously, it has this really aggressive look to it. On the grill, it has like that what is it? I don't know if it's like a honeycomb or bumblebee pattern throughout the grill. You can see it on the camera focused. And yeah, you have like this indent over here going all the way down on both sides, and it just looks like a really modern, almost futuristic speaker. But then when you get the back, it kind of does look a bit futuristic. Got this LCD screen here. So when you plug it in, right, I'm gonna turn it off real quick. It turns off. Yeah, even when the power cord is in, like as soon as it gets power, the power indicator comes on. And then when you actually turn it on, everything, the LCD comes on, it checks the data link real quick, and JBL Professional, and then it comes into, this is the top screen. So before we get into the screen, you have a channel 1 and channel 2 XLR and quarter combo connector for your input. Let's turn this down. And each of them have a designated output, or you can have a mix out, which is an output of both channel 1 and channel 2. So just to clear that up in case you don't know, this output will only output the signal from channel 1. This output will only output the signal from channel 2. And this will output both. So put that back up. Now these knobs are pretty good. Like they feel good. They feel durable. They don't feel like they're gonna fall off or break off, or they can be easily pulled out. So this network port, it's used for an app made by JBL or Harman Professional called HiQNet. And I actually pulled it up. It's an iOS app, and it's also for Windows. I did some looking up last night to see if I can get on my Mac, and I only found it for Windows and iOS. I have it pulled up on my iPad here, and it's $3.99 in the App Store. I'm not gonna buy it because I personally would not ever use it. I would like to buy it. I'll be honest. I would like to buy it to show you guys in the video, but that's probably the only time I'm gonna use it. Now the way this works, or from what I've read online, I haven't used it or tested it yet. The way it works is that you connect this to a wireless router or an Ethernet switch, and then you have your computer set on the same network, or your iPad or iOS device, meaning your iPhone on the same network, and then you can control each speaker individually. Like these speakers like have their own IP address or something, where you can pick each speaker individually, lower ones, volume level, and that's when you can really get into the DSP that's built into the speaker. So if you don't use that though, you can use a DSP through here. So when you click on this master level knob, and brings up preset. Hopefully this camera can focus. Give it a second. Let me back up a little bit. There we go. So when you click on preset, it comes over to here, and you have main, monitor if you want to use it as a monitor, speech, like I'm assuming for vocals, microphones. You have a preset here if you're going to use it with the SRX sub, and then you have 80 hertz. What this is preset 5, and it says 80 hertz sub. So you have this preset if your sub is set on the higher pass or the higher filter for 80 hertz, and then you have 100 and you have 120, and then the rest are presets that you would program for or with the HiQNet application. Personally, I would I said this before that I would never use it because I have a drive rack. I use a drive rack for all my setups, and I can pretty much EQ these speakers using my drive rack. So this is a little bit unnecessary for me, but I have to say, man, it's really cool. It's a great application from what I've seen of it, and it's very innovative. It's very innovative. Again, it's really cool. I wish it would make sense for me to use it, but it doesn't make sense for me to use it because I would have to run network cables. I mean, honestly, who wants to go to a gig and start setting up network cables and a router or whatnot? Again, it's just a little bit extra. And XLR straight from drive rack, can do my whole EQ and everything right there. On the screen, you also have auto dim feature. I turned it off. I would like the screen to stay on. You have auto sleep feature, energy saving, and then you have meters here. When you press on that, it shows the inputs of channel 1 and 2. You have a back button here, and then before this is network menu and information on the speaker. I didn't even look at this. Let's see, JBL MAC address. Get out of that. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much the back of it. Now, when it comes to the overall sound quality, if you took a listen to that beginning clip, man, I have never heard what was that song? Just Swimming Pools. Yeah, Swimming Pools by Kendrick Lamar. I have never heard that snare sound so clean and crisp. It didn't even sound like the same song. Like it sounded like a made instrumental. Like it was beautiful. These speakers, the sound quality is impeccable. It's amazing. I've never heard. All right. The reason why I pause right there is because I want to make sure I have true confidence when I say this, but I have never heard a speaker by itself, a powered speaker by itself, sound this good. I brought up earlier that I heard it side by side with EV ETX15p, which I hope that's the right model number, but the EV ETX, not the EKX, the ETX 15-inch. Heard it at IDJ Now. Shout out to the guys at IDJ Now. Really good guys out here in New York. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. And I heard this side by side. And for me, well, first I'd say EV ETX sounded great. The lower end was stronger when I was like more closer to it, when I was just like right in front of it. The EV ETX sounded pretty good. And when I was standing right in front of both these speakers, I was like, wow, the EV ETX sounds better. I was about to change my mind about the SRX and get the ETX. And then I had one of the staff members at IDJ Now turn them up, and I went as far away as I could in the store. And the SRX blew me away. It just blew the ETX away. The snares, well, first off, you could feel the lower end traveled. All right, that was one thing. Like the EV ETX had the lower end right up in the beginning, like close to the speaker, but when you walk away, the ETX didn't travel as far, and the SRX was there. And then the SRX on the snare, like I don't know what track they were playing, but the snare, I felt the snare. It hit me in the chest. Like I felt the snare against me, and that was something that I never really experienced before from a powered speaker, and that's it. I mean, like that sold me. So got the SRXs, and now I'm here, a very happy and satisfied JBL, almost fanboy now. To bring up the Yorkville power source, the PS15Ps and 12Ps, I have not heard them side by side, but yes, the sound quality on the SRXs are better without a drive rack or EQ. The sound quality straight, just the speaker by itself, is better. In terms of output, I would have to put them side by side, but they're pretty much on the same, playing field. Like I cannot really say which is louder, but if I had to pick one, and let's say it was like a multiple choice exam, and I need to pick what speaker was louder, I might go with the Yorkville. But I would choose the SRXs just because it's a more mobile friendly speaker in terms of its weight and the comfort of its handles. I hope this video was informational. I hope I answered some questions you may have had. If you have any additional questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section, and subscribe and give the video a like. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. DJ Trev out.